In many cases, you'll see a situation where one parent loses custody and visits for various reasons. It could be abuse allegations, there could be drug use and alcohol abuse, there could be, emotional abuse. There are so many different things, trying to kidnap the child, not following your custody order, many things that could lead to a parent not having custody of their kids anymore. And sometimes when this happens, the court may order that, because the court's goal is to make sure that both parents have frequent and continuing contact with the child, regardless of the circumstances, they will usually, rather than fully take custody and visitation away from a parent, they will typically order that the visitation with the parent continue, but that it be monitored by a professional or by a trusted family member or friend that the parties agree on to monitor the visits. So the problem that we have is that when these orders are made, nobody is ever happy, specifically the person who is being ordered to have only monitored visits with their child. And I get it. I don't want someone telling me that I can only see my child on certain days at certain times, and that when I do see my child, I have to have a monitor present who's going to tell me what to do, what to say, make sure I'm not saying things to my child, and just oversee everything, my conversations, listen to everything that I'm talking to my child about, and just sit there and watch me spend time with my child, right? But the problem that we have is that when this happens, what most parents do, or what many parents do, is make the mistake of saying, well, you know what? The court ordered me to do monitor visits. I'm just not going to do any visits at all. And that hurts your child more than anything. So while I get it that you don't want to do monitor visits, I understand that, maybe monitoring is not necessary in your case. Maybe it was based on false abuse allegations or false accusations made by the other parent related to drugs and alcohol, or whatever the case may be. But if the court orders monitored visits, instead of just choosing and electing not to see your child, you need to be seeing your child under the monitored visits and do what you got to do to get through that stage of your life where your visits have to be monitored. Do everything that the court has ordered you to do so that you can ultimately get back to that place where your visits don't have to be monitored. But choosing to not see your child is not going to help you. It's not going to help your case. And it's definitely going to be detrimentally, impacting your child. Like, you don't have to agree with the court orders, but like I mentioned in several videos before, it behooves you to follow the court orders until you can change them. And even though you may not agree that you need to be monitored, having monitor visitation with your children is better than having no visitation at all. So anyways, I just see that too commonly. I saw it yesterday when I was in court. I saw a parent who had been, ordered to do monitored visits 2 or 3 years ago and just chose not to see his child for 2 to 3 years, but then was requesting that the court make changes to the orders. And the court is like, why would I change the orders if you haven't even done the little bit that we've asked you to do, which was get through 3 months of monitor visits, and then we'd revisit the orders. So that's my not so legal advice of the day. Rather than not seeing your children, if you're ordered to do monitor visits, do your monitor visits. Take the steps that are necessary in order to set yourself up so that you can get off of the monitor visits and have normal visits with your children. For more tips, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.